Can hypersonic missiles really be stopped? Some weapons don't just change the battlefield, they also change the rules of war. Imagine a missile traveling more than 5 times the speed of sound. One that can change course mid-flight. One that can glide through the atmosphere at incredible speeds. And a weapon that gives air defense systems only a few seconds to react. This is precisely the threat posed by hypersonic weapons. For years, a single phrase has been used to describe them: unstoppable. They're so fast, so unpredictable, that even the world's most advanced air defense systems struggle to intercept them. But is this really true? Are hypersonic missiles truly unstoppable? Or have the technologies developed to neutralize them already begun to catch up? At first glance, the concept of hypersonic seems quite simple. Any object traveling at more than 5 times the speed of sound is considered hypersonic. But here's the interesting part. It's not just their speed that makes these weapons so dangerous. In fact, conventional ballistic missiles can also reach hypersonic speeds during certain phases of their flight. The real difference lies in how hypersonic weapons fly. Instead of following a predictable ballistic trajectory, they travel at lower altitudes within the atmosphere and can maneuver continuously throughout their flight. This makes it much harder to predict the path they will take. Moreover, the extreme friction generated at these speeds creates an extremely hot plasma layer around the missile. Under certain conditions, this plasma can interfere with radar and communication signals, making it even harder to detect and track the missile. The result is not just a very fast weapon, it is also an extremely unpredictable threat. And in modern air defense, more often than not, the real problem isn't speed, it's unpredictability. Modern air defense systems operate on a fairly simple principle. First, they detect the threat. They calculate its flight path. They launch an interceptor missile, and they attempt to destroy the target before it reaches its destination. This method has been highly effective against traditional ballistic missiles for decades. Systems such as Patriot, THAAD, and AEGIS were developed to track high-speed targets traveling along largely predictable trajectories. However, hypersonic weapons are changing the equation. Because they can fly at lower altitudes compared to ballistic missiles, they enter the radar's field of view later, significantly reducing the reaction time of defense systems. In addition, their ability to maneuver continuously throughout flight makes it extremely difficult to calculate where they will be just a few seconds later. Every sudden change in course forces defense systems to recalculate the target's position, resulting in the loss of precious seconds. When dealing with a target traveling at Mach 5, Mach 8, or even higher speeds, even a delay of just a few seconds can mean the difference between a successful interception and complete failure. That is why the greatest challenge facing modern air defense is not merely reacting faster, it is anticipating the unpredictable. As hypersonic weapons continue to advance, defense technologies designed to stop them are also continuing to advance. Today, the first line of defense is no longer comprised solely of interceptor missiles. The most important element: information. A new generation of space-based infrared satellites is being developed to detect the moment a missile is launched almost instantly and to provide continuous tracking throughout its flight. Meanwhile, advanced radar networks deployed on land and at sea aim to minimize the response time of defense systems as much as possible through real-time data sharing. However, simply seeing the target is not enough. To intercept a hypersonic weapon that is constantly maneuvering, the systems designed to counter it must also be faster, smarter, and more flexible. That is why the United States is developing a new generation interceptor called the Glide Phase Interceptor, GPI. This system does not aim to strike the target during the final approach, but rather during the glide phase, when it is most vulnerable. In addition, work is ongoing on directed energy systems such as high-energy lasers and microwave weapons. Although these technologies are not yet fully operational, they are expected to play a significant role in the future of missile defense, because the race now is no longer just about producing faster missiles. It's a race to develop defense systems capable of making faster decisions. Well, are hypersonic missiles really unstoppable? The answer to this question is much more complex than a simple yes or no. Today's hypersonic weapons are among the most challenging threats modern air defense has ever faced. Their high speeds, maneuverability, and unpredictable flight profiles significantly reduce the time defense systems have to detect, track, and intercept them. However, history has shown us time and again, every new offensive technology sooner or later encounters new defensive technologies developed to counter it. The race that gave rise to hypersonic missiles continues today. But the race is no longer just about producing faster missiles. It's about developing smarter sensors, more advanced interceptors, and entirely new defense systems to protect the skies. The winner of this race is not yet clear, but one thing is certain. It won't be just the fastest interceptor missile that determines the future of air defense. The side that spots the threat first, understands it first, and makes the right decision first will gain the upper hand. Because in modern warfare, information often moves even faster than missiles. Perhaps the real question is not whether hypersonic missiles can be stopped, but whether we can keep up with the technology behind them.